Welcome back to Across the Board with E and the Colonel here on Hawk Radio, hawkradio.org. This is like a motorcycle in the background there. This is one of my favorite new artists, underground artists, and not that it matters that he's my favorite new coming artist, but he's Kid Cudi's favorite artist. Johnny Polygon. If you haven't heard of this guy, punch yourself in the head. Where have you been? He's with us right now. Johnny, are you there?
I am here, indeed.
Nice. So where are you? I know you kind of live on both coasts these days, right? You're in L.A. right now, or?
Yeah, I'm in L.A. right now. I'm doing the fancy homeless thing, you know.
Nice.
I'm back and forth between here and New York.
The fancy homeless thing. I like that. Now,
yeah.
So
bi-coastal just sounds. You know, it sounded really suspect to my dad.
I'm with you. Yeah. Hey, Dad, I'm bi-coastal now.
He's like, I knew it.
I support you, son.
I was supposed to have this talk with you years ago.
So if you don't know, Johnny Polygon is out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and kind of your big break is you were in the I guess one of your big breaks. You were in the video for "Pursuit of Happiness" with Cudi. You were on the inauguration special on BET with Nas. You've done a lot of work with Amanda Diva, but tell everybody, if they're not familiar with you, who Johnny Polygon is.
Basically, I'm a loser and a weirdo, and all of a sudden that's a really cool thing to be. So I'm just a dude from Oklahoma making my way in this crazy music world of entertainment and spoiled girls.
Now, to describe your sound, it's kind of tough because you're sort of still dabbling, but sort of hip hop, sort of singing, sort of pop. I mean, how do you describe it? I would describe it as just listen. It's great music. It's catchy. This guy's got something to say. But what do you tell people when they say, "What do you sound like?"
I tell people they'd be into my stuff if they're into dabbling into things that are delicious.
I like it. That's a good way. I like that, though. That's going to work on the chicks for sure.
Yeah, like, hey, do you like delicious stuff? Or just come dabble over here.
Then you like me, yeah. Now, I first got put on to you, like I said, through Cudi's website, and the first thing I saw that ever had anything to do with you was the Freshly Baked video, where you talk about him calling you up, and you met Josh Hartnett at a hotel, and you have the party, and they break it up by delivering cupcakes, and that's a true story.
Yeah, it sounds so much crazier when you say it.
Yeah, right.
To me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts, but it was hilarious, man. And so tell me about the production of that. I mean, that's one of the things with your videos, there's so much production that goes into them. They're hilarious, and the music and everything like that. So, like the Freshly Baked, did you have a lot of input as to what that looked like, or?
Yeah, basically how everything works is like me and my manager sit around, enjoy herbs, and come up with all these crazy ideas and then trick people into working with us and making it happen, So the production value is always something that I like to be up there when people see me,
In that video where you play the ice cream and cake song, man, I literally started rolling. I'm telling you, I was almost on the floor like, ice cream and cake, do the ice cream and cake. Like, yeah.
You should have recorded yourself doing that.
Yeah, it's recorded.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
good. So again, but the Riot song. So that's been your biggest hit commercially to date. All over MTV and all these places. And that one actually had something like thousands of still images that were like drawings that went through the video.
Yeah, it was paper cutouts. And
that's wild.
That video took. I'm just like an independent guy. We do everything in house, everything myself. So that video took 9 months to make, from when we started it. And that's not to mention just the drama with going into, like, trying to make a video. That was, like, my second video, But
wow.
The one before that was, like, 3 years before.
Wow, 9 months. That's longer than a season of South Park.
So you essentially gave birth to the video then.
Yeah, right. That's a gestation period there. So, So I was saying, we're starting to spin a lot of your music here on the radio station, and already though I have 5 favorites. So we were talking off air, and you said people differ sometimes on their favorites. I'm going to go with Riot song.
All right.
I'm going to go with Every Day's a Holiday.
Okay.
I'm going to go with There Go Johnny Polygon.
All right.
Get Right
Yeah,
with
Get
Amanda
Right.
Diva, and That's You. and I can't pick because I listen to all of them constantly, and I cannot pick a favorite.
That's incredible. You don't have to pick a favorite.
Right.
That's the best thing about this world and America.
Exactly. Now, speaking of America, you were actually big on the campaign for President Obama. Talk a little bit about that and how you feel his presidency's going.
Yeah, that was crazy because I had no business being there. I was just like completely stumbled upon that whole thing. I had recorded some vocals to a beat, and then the next thing I know, Nas is using it as his like Obama song, And
you sang the chorus to Black President, exactly.
On Black President. So, that was something I just like happened to be right place, right time thing, and it's still like an outer body experience to me,
Now, one of my favorite things about you is that you seem to, you talk about whatever is on your mind. You're not scared to talk about whatever's going on with you, but it's not, like you talk about some of your songs about, being poor or not having to buy $400 jeans, and that's stupid. Or if you don't have that stuff, then why would you rap about it and all of that? And it just makes you more real than anybody else. But I think that's what's enjoyable because most people in America can't buy $400 jeans and that kind of stuff. So, Are you stealing a car right now?
Don't mind that.
Yeah, right. But I love that, and that's what resonates, I think, with people. But what goes on in your head, when you're writing?
Absolutely nothing, man. That's the thing. Is for me when I'm writing, it's like I'm about to really sound like a hippie right now because you asked me this question. But there's like this stream of consciousness, that you just sort of tap into and then just let it happen. Like, I always think that the best songs are already written, and it's just my job to be able to open myself up enough to sing them or to rap them,
Nice.
So, like, there's a lot of times when I'll write a song and someone will ask me what it's about, and I have, like, no idea, and I'll find out a couple months later, like, oh, this is what it was about.
Hey, as long as people enjoy it. Like, for example, and maybe this is just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping out here. But Every Day's a Holiday, to me, musically and lyrically, it almost sounds like an updated, more relaxed version of, stay with me here, Today Was a Good Day, Ice Cube.
Okay.
That's just me.
Both of them say the word day in it.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, good point. Yeah, but it's just that you talking about just whatever's going on in your life, and and what you see every day, and it's just relaxed. But your music's funny, and your videos you've done on Karma Loop TV, also on YouTube. You've done these video blogs, and the Johnny Polygon show, all of that stuff, and it's hilarious. But I guess, what do you want to accomplish in the industry? Do you want to be a famous musician? Do you want to be on TV? Do you want to conquer all media? What's the end game for you?
Sky's the limit, man. Right now, it's just, I'm amazed that people are, like, paying me to be myself,
It's a good thing.
So it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to do more of that. Like, how can I be more of myself and get you to pay me more money to do it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like it's a win-win situation for me because it's, getting myself out there and, people, my fans are die-hard fans. Like, I'm their guy.
Yeah, +2 today. You got 2 more with us.
Oh, thank you. That's very, very cool. And I think that's because, like, there isn't this big, huge thought-out plan or campaign to, like, get my stuff popping or get me there's not like a lot of money behind me. So when people see me or hear me, I think that there's a realness, a real connection there,
Right. It's not some marketing campaign. It's just people saying, this is Johnny.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, people can be like regular poor. Like, the regular person is poor, Here. It's not always like you're poor and you persevered and now there's this huge payoff. And, you used to be in a gang and, like, your 5 brothers have all been shot and, like, all that sort of stuff. Sometimes you're just, like, poor and you're going to stay that way.
Right. Yeah.
But you can at least be a badass while you're doing it,
It's all on how it appears. If it looks good, then it's a lot better than what it is, I'm sure.
Yeah, and most of the rich people I know are miserable.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
like,
you know what they say.
The most successful people I know hate their lives.
And you know what they say, money doesn't buy happiness. So
no, it doesn't. Just prostitutes and blow.
Tax refund.
Isn't that one and the same?
Yeah.
You've had 3 albums,
Tomato.
right? You've had 3 albums: Rebel Without Applause, Catch Up, Wolf in Cheap Clothing. All were released, and they were available as free downloads. Is there?
Yeah.
Do you do that? I mean, that seems to be a trending thing right now, and I know you're not one to follow trends, but what is the purpose behind that? I mean, it's a good move. Don't get me wrong, I like it.
Yeah.
But what is the purpose behind releasing music for free?
I think it's just logical. You know, for me, I've always noticed that like people don't buy music anymore, but they do support their favorite artist. You know.
Right.
So it's like you give them something to believe in and let them know where you're coming from, and you know, people want to support that. They want to see more of you, and to me, music is about playing shows and connecting with people, and the best way of doing that right now is just giving the music out. You know, I usually give it away and then like make it available for sale later.
Right.
And you know,
and that's a
probably why I'm
huge.
broke.
That's a huge model. It's getting successful though. Now let me ask you. So you talk a lot about in your music and your social media and everything. You talk a lot about big labels and the kind of that machine that they are and how you're indie. You know, are you going to be indie forever? Is that your plan, or will your tone kind of change if you get offered a big label contract?
You know, I've been offered things before. I think it's just if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, we're going to give you X amount of dollars, just keep doing your thing," I would completely take the deal.
Right.
You know, but it's never really that simple.
Right.
And until it gets that simple, then I probably won't be taking a deal. I'm not like against working with a label. You know, some of my best friends are on huge labels, and it's like really working for them. I'm independent because that's what it's taking for me to keep my music mine.
Obviously, other people are going to hear this and they're going to aspire, and you're going to be a hero to them just because of what you're doing and how you're doing it. What do you have in terms of advice for those who are listening and want to do along the lines of what you're doing as well, to be indie and to get their music up and going as well?
This is a long way. That's the advice.
Right.
Right, but
you know,
it feels almost like it's more true to you when you do it that way, though, right?
Oh, absolutely, because there's no one to blame for your failure or take responsibility for your success. You know,
that's a good point.
Very true.
At the end of the day, we're all responsible for ourselves, and if we put ourselves like underneath someone or we put ourselves in a box, then that's our own fault.
You know, it obviously took a lot of guts from a kid from Tulsa to just move out to L.A. and try to make it. I mean, you hear those stories a lot, and very seldom are they actually successes.
Right.
You know, what was going through your head when you said, "Yeah, I'm going to L.A. I'm going to try to make it. I'm going to take a CD player, walk up and down Venice Beach Boardwalk, and try to sell my CDs."
You know, if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough.
True.
I like
you know, that's like the long and short of it. And for me, I'd rather be, miserable chasing my dream than doing something I hate.
Absolutely.
With the majority of my time, just so I have a flat screen, Yeah,
no doubt.
So, what is daily life like for you now? I mean, a lot of what you talk about is, hey, I'm broke, and I'm indie and all that kind of stuff, But what is your life like day to day right now?
For instance, like right now, I took a break from packaging envelopes to send my music out to college.
Nice.
To take this interview.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, it's DIY over here.
And we're
that's what it is every day.
You are hands on, yeah. And we're trying to get you here on the campus of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. We'd love to have that, and
I would shred that. I would shred it up.
Absolutely,
yes,
we're talking to the right people here, trying to make that happen. So, talk a little bit about how people can keep in touch with you. Like I said, your music is amazing. It's funny. It's inspiring. It's fresh is the word that I would use to describe it. It's just something different. And we talked about that with Dilated Peoples when they were on,
right.
How they're also underground hip hop, but they're just, it's not the same old crap that's coming out these days.
Right.
That manufactured just junk that goes through pop, hip hop, R&B, all over the place, rock.
Right.
But what can we expect next from you? What video wise, tour plans, and how can people keep up with you and your videos?
It's very easy. follow me on Twitter. It's Johnny Polygon, just at Johnny Polygon. And, you know, I keep a pretty direct line of communication between me and my fans. Everything me is at JohnnyPolygon.com. Did you bleep that? Did you bleep the bleep? Do you sometimes just bleep things that aren't even cuss words just to sound like edgier?
That's a good idea. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should think about that. Think about it when you have like a really boring guest on.
This is Johnny Bleep Gone. What? Bleep Gone?
just start bleeping them.
He was flipping out over there. What did you just say? I said flipping.
Yeah, yeah. But literally, like I'm all over the internet. If you turn your computer on, you'll immediately see me, so, even if you're not hooked up.
So next time someone goes to eHarmony, they're going to see Johnny Polygon on the front page?
Yeah, I'm a big, huge virus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Call the new album The Antibiotic or something, you know, I like it. Well, Johnny, man, I can't say how much we appreciate this. You know, huge fans, and you know, new fans, but again, like you said, your fans are diehard, and it's just recognizing something real in you. I think, but see, the videos help, not necessarily the music, the song videos.
It makes it more personal.
Yeah, not necessarily the song videos, but the videos where you're just doing wild stuff, or people are just following you around throughout the day, just being stupid. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It shows your personality, and that helps people become fans of yours as well. It's like you said. I mean, literally, it's infectious.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Don't expect any reality television from me, though.
Please do not. What was it we talked about earlier, that they're now saying that Jersey Shore is going to have more seasons than Arrested Development. That's
wow.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? You know? But
thank you, America.
Yeah, right. So, Johnny, man, we appreciate it, and we'll definitely stay in touch and follow up as things blow up for you here, and hopefully we'll get you on campus. And if so, like I said, we'll do another follow up there. But this has been across the board again. Johnny Polygon, go out there and check him out. Twitter, you're on Facebook, right?
Yeah, Facebook.
We just became
Twitter,
Facebook friends of yours.
Adult Friend Finder.
Yes.
Nice. Nice. So, check him out. And, again, the second you hear this guy's music, you'll become a fan. And again, it's not just a hip-hop CD. It's not just, a pop CD or anything like that. It's you have your own genre, man. I don't know. It's just you. Yeah. And
it's life in rhythm form.
Yes. Ooh, man, that was beautiful.
You like that?
Oh, wow.
Copyrighting. Wow. Come on, I want a little bit of that dough too. Okay.
That was nice. Yeah, right. So, so you become a fan. No matter what kind of music you like, you will like Johnny Polygon. I promise you. So, this has been Across the Board with Ian the Colonel here on Hawk Radio,
hawkradio.org.